Hello everyone. What if your AI coding assistant could actually learn from your past mistakes and never repeat them again? So, imagine a tool that remembers every bug you have fixed, every pattern you have coded, and every design choices you have made across sessions, across projects, even across teams. That's exactly what ByteRover does. It's a smart memory layer for your AI coding tools like Copilot, Cursor, Windsurf, and more, designed to make your assistant not just helpful but experienced. Instead of forgetting everything between sessions, your AI now remembers what worked, what didn't, and why. So it gets smarter every time you code. No more fixing the same bugs twice, no more repeating the same instructions. ByteRover keeps the context alive even you don't. So, in this video, I'm going to give you a quick overview of the ByteRover website, and then I'll walk you through exactly how it works and why developers are calling it a total game changer. So, let's get started. Alright, before we dive into the hands-on part, let's quickly take a look at the official website of ByteRover. Okay, so you can find it at byterover.dev. Okay, so this is the official website of ByteRover. Clean, minimal, and developer focused. Now, right at the top, they make it clear that ByteRover is built to stop your AI from solving the same bugs again and again. It's not just about code completion, it's about memory learning and long term improvement. As you scroll down, you will see that how it integrates with tools like Cursor, Windsurf, GitHub, Copilot, Z, and even VS Code. Now, they also showcase some key features like the dashboard, where you can manage your AI memory, view project specific insights, and even collaborate across teams. What I really liked is how ByteRover uses the model context protocol to plug into your existing development tools. So you don't have to change how you code, just how your AI thinks. All right, that's enough theory. Now let's just see it in action. Okay, so now I'll show you that how you have to use ByteRover and how you can integrate with your AI assistant, AI agents, and then ready to go. You can store the memory, you can retrieve the memory. Okay, so let's see that. So for that, you have to just click on the button that is get started, and it will simply ask you to just sign up. So you can easily sign up using any mail address, or you can use your Gmail also or GitHub also. Okay, so it's very easy. Now I have already done the sign up part. So now I'll show you the dashboard of ByteRover. Okay, now as you have come here, this is the ByteRover dashboard. Okay, now I have already created a memory workspace. So I'll just go through this memory workspace, and I'll show you that what are the things present over here and how they are useful to the developers to manage the AI agents. So you have to just click on view memory workspace. Now you will see this workspace of which I have named as Python coding. Okay, now you can see here many options: quick start, dashboard, memories, settings, and playground. Let's focus on the dashboard. Now this dashboard shows, and you can set it. Okay, it basically shows the timeline. Based on that timeline, how many times you have stored the memory over time in ByteRover, and then in the next box, as you can see, it shows that how many time you have retrieved the stored memory. Okay, you have used the stored memory. Okay, now if we'll come to the memory part, you will see all the memories which you have stored using your AI agents that you can see here. Okay, by time. Okay, and it will, as you can see, there is the timestamp, there is a unique ID generated, then memory, for what purpose you have stored the memory, to which by which user it has been set. If you are working as a team, so by which user it has been stored here, what are the tags, and you can take actions also that you can delete a particular memory also. Okay, suppose if one particular memory you have stored that is an erroneous output, so you can delete that also. Okay, so that feature also you can get. Then if you'll go on the settings, you can delete your workspace which you have created. That feature has also been given over here. Okay, now if you click on the members, you can add new members also to this workspace. Okay, you have to just click on the add new member, and if you want that more people to come and work with you, I mean, suppose if you're working in a team, so your whole team can come, so you have to just provide the mail address. Okay, and then what role does that person plays, if it is a owner, admin, member. Okay, and you will see the description also, that what member will get. Okay, what role owner will play. Okay, what are the accesses they will get, what viewer will do. Okay, so I'll just keep it as member. I'll just click on the grant access button. Now after clicking, that particular person will receive a mail, and if the person will accept invitation, then he have to also sign up. And when he will sign up, then they can also collaborate you. Okay, and they can also store memory based on your access. Okay, now this was how you can do it. Now I'll do what? I'll just show you by creating a new memory workspace and then by integrating it to our very own AI agent, any one of them. Okay, so you have to just click on the button, create new, create own workspace. Okay, and then let's say I want to create a memory workspace for CL coding. So I'll just give CL coding, I'll click on the create button, and now your workspace for CL coding has been created. You can go on home and you can check here, CL coding workspace has been created. Okay, now on the dashboard, because we have just created the CL coding, so there is no memory creation and no retrievals over time. But don't worry, everything the ByteRover will tell you, that how you can store memory and how you can retrieve it also. So you have to just click on the quick start button. Okay, now you have to select a AI agent. Now when you select the AI agent, then it will show here that all the steps has been given. It will say that open the desired project in your IDE and select the following options. Okay, and then again, after authorization is complete, open the ByteRover extension to access the main interface. Okay, now let's click to configure button. Then a pop-up will appear. You have to just click on open cursor, then wait for some time. A pop-up will come. Okay, now when you come to your AI agent, okay, I'm using cursor, so this is my AI agent cursor. Here you'll get a pop-up that allow ByteRover extension to open this URL. So just click on this, click on open. Now you will receive authorization successful. A message has been appeared. Now how you can check? So click on this arrow button. Then here you will see ByteRover. Just click on ByteRover. Here you will see the organization name, the workspace name, and your account. Okay, so this means that you have successfully connected to the agent. Now you only see that in few steps we have just simply connected to our agent, and now we have an extra memory layer. Now how we can store the memory and how we can retrieve them, that is also given by the ByteRover. You have to just click on next. Okay, now here in the step 3, there has been given that you can create your first memory, and a prompt has been given that please implement a quickshot algorithm in JavaScript and save it to ByteRover MCP so I can reference it later. Okay, so you have to just copy this prompt. You have to go your agent. You have to just paste this prompt, and I'm just changed from JavaScript to Python. Okay, now you will see a message that the quickshot algorithm in Python has been implemented and saved to ByteRover memory. Okay, now when you will go to this web page, then there also you will see that memory created successfully. Great job, your quickstart algorithm has been saved to ByteRover. Now again, this was how you create it. Okay, Now let's click on next and let's see how we can retrieve it. Okay, so again, one more prompt is given to show you that how you can retrieve the memory also, or how you can work with that memory which you have stored. So please search your memory for the quick short algorithm I asked you to save earlier and explain how it works. So you have to just copy it, go to the cursor, you have to change it, and if you don't want to change it, you can paste it over here also, and you have to just send it. Now it has successfully fetched that memory, and based on that memory, it has explained so nicely about QuickShot as you can go through it. Now you can ask some more questions also based on the memory of QuickShot. Give me the code. Now it has retrieved the code also. You have to just click on the button, apply to demo.py to my file, and now you can easily run this also. And you'll get your output. And in the web page also, it has been updated that yes, memory retrieved successfully. Great job. Your quicksort algorithm has been retrieved from ByteRover. Okay. Now what you have to do, you have to just go to the dashboard, and here you have to see that how many times the memory has been created. And so as you can see, now it has been increased by 1 because one memory has been created and you have retrieved one time. And you can go, if you go on memory, you will see that one new memory has been created successfully. So this is how it works. If you'll go on setting and members, so you can add new members also. So one member we have already added. So yeah. So what did we just see? ByteRover isn't a plugin or a feature. Now we can say that it's a memory layer for your AI tools. It's how your AI assistant finally starts acting like, well, an actual assistant. It remembers what went wrong, what got fixed, what worked across project sessions and even team members. That means that there will be fewer bugs, smarter suggestions, and a massive productivity boost, especially if you're working in a team or shipping fast. So, no more wasting time explaining the same issues twice, no more agents stuck in the same error loop. ByteRover turns your AI tools from forgettable bots into experienced coders. So if you are using Copilot, Cursor, or Windsurf, or even if you're thinking about it, ByteRover is a must. Start using it, start teaching your agent, and stop solving the same bugs over and over. Thanks for watching the video. We'll see you in the next video.